there we go. Gonna get that straight. All right, so how's everybody doing tonight? How's weekend been going? Hope everybody's been having a good time. Having things going well for you. Very quiet here tonight. I'm having some, just a little bit of. Actually, I'm having some pretzels, and tonight I'm drinking this one. I don't know, cherry limeade accelerator ad shock. Not the best flavor, but I was gonna get some at the store today, man. But yeah, it's getting pricey. I forget how much the all of them were $2.50, $4, and they didn't have really good flavors. So I don't know. It used to be on sale, but I'm telling you, man, everything is going up. And the price of soda and the price of bottled water, everything is up. Not cheap anymore. So anyways, yes. All right, so I got a little bit of that, and actually was trying some of these other things for reviews earlier. I got some Jammy Dodgers. Those are actually cookies from England, so I got to try those. I finally been, hear about them. Doctor Who, we always talk about Jammy Dodgers and Jelly Babies and all that. So I've tried the Jelly Babies. I got to try the Jammy Dodgers. Kind of like the Pepperidge Farms, they call them thumbprint cookies, and they got like jam in the middle. I think they have like raspberry, apricot, strawberry. Knott's Berry Farms did one too. They're little like shortbread cookies, and then they have Knott's Berry Farm had like boysenberry, strawberry, and I think raspberry. Actually, those are actually not too bad. But I have seen those, and sometimes they call them thumbprint cookies because it's like the middle thumbprint, and it's got the jam in the middle. But typical shortbread with the jam. These ones are sandwiched too, so. Actually, I like a good strawberry filled cookie, I guess. Too much of the sandwich cookies are like the frosting or anything like that. They don't have too many jelly filled ones. Now, peanut butter and jelly would be good. I don't know if they've had that. Hey, Oreo. Take a look at it. I know they've had peanut butter and chocolate. They've had, I don't know if they've had peanut butter and jelly. I'd have to go back and look. They might have. That would be kind of cool. I know peanut butter chocolate, peanut butter banana would be cool. Peanut butter marshmallow, I guess. A lot of different stuff. Peanut butter does go with quite a bit of things. Chocolate, jelly, bananas, marshmallows. What else? What else would peanut butter go with? I don't know. I guess I could put that. Maybe that'll be my next poll. What's your what do you pair up with peanut butter? I know that a lot of people do like peanut butter and celery, peanut butter and raisins on the thing, peanut butter and I don't know, crackers. Yeah, peanut butter, pretty popular. Peanut butter and pretzels, peanut butter and crackers. Yeah, sandwich bread. Rolls, I guess. Peanut butter and waffles. I've had that. Some people put strange toppings on waffles and pancakes. I've seen peanut butter and jelly. I've seen like Belgian waffles, strawberry, whipped cream, jelly, of course, maple syrup. I don't know, a lot of different stuff. Fruit mostly. Well, peanut butter would be different. Peanut butter toast. I used to do that a lot when I was little. Actually, it was really good. And for peanut butter toast, you need the chunky. You need the chunky peanut butter. Burned Christmas trees? I don't think so. That would not go good. Never heard of that. S'mores, I guess, would go good. Burned marshmallows. It's different. Marshmallows and chocolate, graham crackers. What else? Some people put little different things on them. Okay, well, there you go. Reminds me of the old George Carlin. George Carlin routine where he says, "Here's something people have never said before. Hand me that piano. Do what you want to the girl, but leave me alone." That one. Please saw my legs off. Yeah, just throw people off, I guess. Big bets down to 2, 4, 3, 4, 5. Hungry are you? I couldn't stand it. We're all home now, Mother. Yeah, you gotta watch the old or listen to the old Carlin routine in one of his records. Barbecued omelet, yeah. Yo. Yeah, barbecued beetles. Yeah, there you go. Pinto, Ford Pinto. That would be a barbecued automobile. Ford Pinto. They blew up all the time. Yeah. Barbecued automobile. Automobile? Where is Grandpa's automobile? Automobile? Leck, big leck. Yeah. Dong. Grandpa is talking to you. I just watched that the other day too. Oh, she go to church and get married. Married? Yeah, married. Married? Married. Jeez. God, how long? That's classic. God, that's gotta have been, that's gotta be at least 30 years old or more. I don't feel like it was 80 something, 84 maybe. Yeah, wow, a while ago, man. Probably 40 years. One of the classics. I know they have roasted crickets. I know they have worms and bugs and chocolate covered beetles and crickets and all this stuff. I don't think I want to try those, but maybe if you did, you never know. But not really my thing. Not into the bugs or worms or anything like that. Some people, they like them. Grasshoppers, that's the other one. I've seen the barbecued grasshoppers. So, I don't know. I'll stick with the normal, everyday food that is appetizing. I wonder what the grossest thing. I don't know what I have to think about the grossest thing I've ever had. Like dish or whatever like that. I think I've tried I did try some stuff one time. It was like abalone. I didn't care for it. No, we're not at the airport, Clark. You couldn't you couldn't hear a nitroglycerin truck crashing into a dynamite factory. Can you say the blessing? Say the blessing. Play ball. And what was say grace? Grace died a long time ago. No, they want you to say the blessing. Yep. Play ball. That's going to be that time now. All the holiday movies. I think some of the stations are going to start playing all the holiday movies starting in November. It's like a month of Christmas, so they'll start doing all the holiday movies. Elf, Jingle All the Way, Christmas Vacation, all the classics that are coming out. Holiday, the cartoons, everything. So it's all going to start now. Every year, a lot of people, they like Elf and Charlie Brown Christmas. My favorite's Year Without a Santa Claus, but everybody's, I think, Rudolph, Frosty, some of the other ones, yeah. Jingle All the Way. Of course, the old one, Christmas Carol, and Miracle on 34th Street, and a couple other ones. Then the sequels, not as good. I don't mind it. I didn't like it so hot. I like it when it's fall. I don't like the winter as much. I like the fall, the mild weather. It's not too hot, not too cold. After the end of November, then it starts getting a little cold. But yeah, October, November, they're still pretty mild. So that's the best time. The changing of the leaves, just nice and mild. Not too windy, not too cold. Yeah, well, don't know where exactly you are, but it's not usually wet here. We haven't had any rain, so we need it. Send some of the rain over my way. We're like, seriously, we need it. They're putting mandates in place about you can only water on certain days. And if you don't do it, you can get fined for watering on a non-watering day. I don't know. It's not a lot of rain lately. I think the last time we got rain was like April or March. So yeah, that's been a while. Yikes. I don't know, man. A lot of water. Ship it out here. And sit in the harbor, though, with all the other ships. And all the other stuff sitting offshore. No one can get their deliveries. Or like, what was it? Brewster's Million. Guy had an iceberg, and he chopped up the icebergs and shipped them off to um, ship the icebergs off to the different places for water. You need that. That would be fun. I've never really been anywhere where it's super duper cold or rainy or anything like that. Always been fairly mild. And I did live in Arizona for a little while. It was too hot there. I hated it there. Wouldn't go back. Didn't like the, 200 days out of the year it was over 100. That was not fun. Stay away from that kind of heat. Plus there wasn't much there, to tell you the truth. It was pretty boring there. Hey Kenneth, how's it going? Yeah, thumbs up. So, yeah, what else? Yeah, hopefully, we're gonna get through all the Halloween and everything like that. It's actually been fairly quiet here lately. Not a lot going on. Just been kind of kicking back and taking it easy. Well, that's good. Yeah. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. Getting stuff done, doing whatever you do. Don't be eating that ghost pepper. That'll do you in. Tell you what. Them ghost peppers. Nothing to sneeze at. I know I had that ghost pepper jerky and the Reaper pepper jerky. Those are pretty dang hot. As far as the jerky goes, the other ones weren't too bad. The habanero and the red hot chili, those weren't that bad. But the ghost and the Reaper, those were hot. Still have them. I barely tried any of those. I have to do 1 or 2 pieces now and then. It was pretty dang hot. So. I don't know. It was I got a little bit warm. I went out to the store and it was kind of, I guess it was sunny and it was warm, so. They don't taste disgusting. They just, they don't have a lot of flavor. The Reaper peppers don't have a lot of flavor. It's all pure heat. And it depends on what you mix the hot peppers with. So that one chip challenge was awful. I did not like that. Whatever they did, that was scorpion, and it was, yeah, Reaper pepper. It just had a bad blend to it, I guess. And all you're tasting is heat. There's no flavor. There's no anything like that. It's just, it burns your tongue out and it's awful. But I've had some that's not bad. Some of that salsas and ghost pepper nacho cheese. They're very hot, but yeah. When you start getting into those super hot ones, you can't taste anything. It burns your taste buds out. And all you're tasting is pure heat. I like it with a little flavor. I like it tolerable where you can taste whatever it is you have, is salsa or hot sauce or whatever it is, chip, I guess. But yeah, once if it's just overkill on the heat, there's nothing there. Like I had those ghost pepper nuggets from Wendy's, from Burger King. Burger King had the ghost pepper nuggets. They weren't that bad. They weren't super hot. I think they just did a little bit in the breading, so it wasn't like overkill. It wasn't intolerable. It was a little spicy, but not for me. But then some people are more, sensitive to the spice. Anything that's even spicy, remotely spicy, jalapeno, serrano, anything like that, they'll get them. They can't take it. Yeah, like I said, once you get above like habanero and into the Ghost and all you lose the flavor and it's just pure heat. And the challenge of that is just, can you handle it? So I like them with a little flavor. Because I did do the one, they don't have it anymore, but my local grocery store had a 3-pepper salsa. Oh, I think I tried those. Was it called, was it was it, I think I tried that one, El Monterey, or one of those frozen burritos or frozen chimichangas, and it had the ghost pepper. And I tried those a while back. If that's what I'm thinking of. It was a little hot. I had to buy like a 6-pack or an 8-pack or something, and it's all frozen. Some of those, it was either El Monterey or Tina's or one of those frozen ones. Pretty sure that's the one I'm thinking of anyway. Been a while since I tried that. Trying to remember some of the stuff that I did. I almost forgot some of these things that I've done. And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot I did that. And lately I've seen some people put, reviews up of some of these items, and I was like, oh yeah, I did that one a while back. I'd forgotten about them. Some of my first reviews, I kind of almost forgot what I did, And I'm telling you, I just kind of tripping out now about how many reviews I've done. Yeah, almost up to 2,500 reviews, so it's a lot. Yeah, bread, crackers, yeah, anything like that, dairy, that helps. Anything that'll absorb that oils and the heat. I did that once. It was a chicken sandwich from the gas station. That was bad. Or a 7-Eleven hot dog that's sitting on the grill for, however long. Those gas stations, they get those little ovens, and then they got those little hot dogs and stuff in those foil bags that have been sitting there for hours. And you open them up, and the bun's all dried up, and the hot dog's all shriveled. And they're almost inedible. Yeah, those are not good. Or they don't have them anymore, but they used to have the little crusty cheese and chili that you would put on the nachos. They've been sitting in those, sitting there warming in those pots for like hours, and then you squirt them on the nachos. Those were not good either, because who knows how long that stuff had been sitting there, and it formed a skin on it. Yeah, no. Well, milk helps you, but not looking forward to doing any crazy things. No, I don't want to get shanked. I don't want to get shanked. I don't think I would want to do hospital. Maybe I could go up to the local hospital, go to the cafeteria, and review some of their food. Yikes. Yeah, hospital cafeteria food would not be good. I don't think I'd want to go to prison. I wouldn't want to review their food, whatever else. I don't even want to know what they have there. All right. Well, nope. Doesn't sound familiar. I don't watch too many other things. lately I've been just too busy doing other stuff, so haven't had a whole lot of time to watch other channels. Last week was like busy. I was like, yeah, well, back when I went to school, we had all that cafeteria pizza. It was like cardboard, spaghetti and meatballs, the really bad hamburgers, sloppy joes, tacos, whatever else. I'm trying to remember some of the things that they had. They had a menu like throughout the month, and most of them were the same: fish sticks, hamburgers. Sometimes they had like a sub sandwich, spaghetti. Okay, well, but I remember some of the really bad food: spaghetti, sloppy joes, tacos, kind of like Taco Bell tacos. Hamburgers. I don't know if they had like chicken sandwiches back then. This was years ago. Sometimes it was like turkey and mashed potatoes. Remember those? Salisbury steak. Usually you had like a hot dish, and then they had like a little cold plate too. It was like, you know, salad and some kind of fruit, something like that. Been a long time. God, probably what, 70s or 80s since I had school lunch, so a while ago. And when I went to high school, I never went to the cafeteria. I came home and ate, so that was better. Because I literally lived like 5 minutes away from my high school, so I could walk home for lunch all the time, and go and get, you know, microwave food or get leftovers from dinner or whatever. Never ate in the cafeteria at high school. Never brought my lunch. Always came home. It was better too, because what I could do is bring my books for the morning, and then I would come home at lunch, have lunch, and then bring the books back for the afternoon time. So yeah, it would be better. Plus, you know, the food's better at home. You could microwave it. You could fix whatever it is you want, and not have to rely on whatever they had. Hi, Zig. What you doing? Hi. Hi, Ziggy. What you doing tonight, huh? Did you wake up? Oh, okay. Ziggy. What you doing? You having a good time? Okay. Bye, Zig. Ziggy's just coming by and saying hi. Guess he's waking up. He wanted some food. He got his food. Pretty much done. So they're being pretty good tonight. Not causing too much trouble. But every once in a while, yeah, they like to cause a little bit issues. And it's been starting to get a little cold here too, so they're sleeping where it's warm now. Back of the couch, up on the tree, something like that. They don't bother me too much. Yeah. Yeah, I think my high school had a cafeteria, but I didn't ever go in there. So, but I know grade school and middle school, they had they brought it, like a catering truck brought it in. So, yeah, not the same. Oh well. Some people would go off campus for lunch now, because they got like a Carl's Jr.'s and a Taco Bell and stuff right across the street, so they'd go there, or they'd go like to the grocery store and they get, you know, stuff there. I don't know what it is like now though with all the, you know, restrictions and all that stuff. Because there for a while, you know, it was all homeschool, so I don't know what the new rules are. Yeah, the airline meals weren't very good either. Most of them. I don't even remember the last time I had one. Last time I went on an airline, I don't think I even got a meal. Just yeah, like honey roasted peanuts and half a can of soda. That's it. I don't know. I've never been there, so. Last time I went on a plane, I went to, I think I went to Las Vegas back in like 2002, so it's been a while. I have never really gone to other countries. I've never really gone a cross-country trip. So I don't know too much about airline meals and flights and stuff like that. And I don't know about other countries' meals, so just kind of know what you know, local stuff here and things I remember from when I was a kid. But anyway, yeah, sometimes they would have all that. So let's see what else. Yeah, they would have all that stuff. Now I think they charge you extra. Some of these airlines, if you want a meal, you have to pay extra. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't been on a plane in a long time. That'd be interesting. I wouldn't mind going on that one time, but I don't see it happening anyway, for a little while anyway. I don't have the funds to go flying off around the world. So, I don't think I'd be able to do that too. Being on the plane for all that, 15, 16 hours? And then you have to wear the mask the whole time and all that. That would not be fun. I don't think I could handle that. I don't know how you'd be able to sleep in that mask and how you'd have to keep it on the whole time. It would be rough for me. So, not planning on going anywhere. I don't know. But like I said, it's been a long time since I've even been on a plane or in an airport or anything, so I haven't even gone anywhere for a while, so. Like I said, I stay around home. Things are too expensive now. Try to work on my own stuff. Aw, Zig. Hi, Ziggy. What you doing? Aw, you look so cute. Zig. He wants to, I don't know. That's true, I hear you. But, you know, hey, that's the rules for right now, so you gotta play by the rules. So, and so what else was I? Today it was kind of quiet. I didn't even really watch any movies or anything today. I did go to the grocery store. I looked around to see if I could find anything good. Didn't really find much. So, yeah. And what I did find was incredibly expensive. I was like, what? You want how much for that? No way. So yeah, I didn't get very much. Where'd they go? Find where I put them. I had some Cheetos somewhere. I think they got. Should have had those, but those are get a little bit hot. Whatever else. Yeah, I was trying to work on some other reviews. I went to the store. Some of you guys didn't see these from the other night. I found some candies and stuff. I'll show you guys what I got. I'll be doing reviews later. I got the Krabby Patties, but they're colored. And they different flavors, I guess. So that one. Then I found these sour slime double face twisters. Found that one, and then I found the 4 different flavors. And I had this one. I was going to do a review. I'll do it later. Found an Abba Zaba, but it's a mystery flavor. I don't know what it is. And I found some Scooby Snacks. Scooby Snacks. They're fruit snacks. And then I found these. I found them at one import store. I think I've already done this one. The E-Fruity lunch bag gummy. Pizza, hot dogs, hamburgers, fries, soda, and then this other one, sour. Fries, hamburgers. What's this other one? Corn on the cob. Pizza. Cola burger, corn cob, pizza, and fries. But they're sour coated. They got that sour coating on them. So that's kind of interesting. And I got a few other ones too. I got to get to them. But slowly but surely, and then I've got to get all these beef jerky reviews out. Oh, and I put the cat. The new cat's up there now. He's on top of all the other ones. So yes, I put the new cat with the other cat, so he's all part of the family. And that was totally cool that someone made the little cat for me. So he's on the background now. Kind of official mascot, I guess. So yeah, so hope everybody's having a good weekend. Finding stuff to watch, I guess. Lots of movies are out. New ones that they've been having. I know a whole lot of people were ready for the Halloween Kills movie. They're into the horror. I'm not too much into it. I was watching some of the other ones. I watched that one. It was, oh man, it was boring. Watched that one called Last Duel. Yeah, that I don't know. That was long. It was like 3 hours. Wasn't too much to it. I don't know. Maybe I'll watch it again and give it a second chance, but it wasn't that great. And some of the other ones. Gotta find a new show because I watched all the Squid Game. Oh, the cookie. What cookie? You mean that mint chocolate one? That was actually pretty good, yeah. From the one I reviewed the other night, that was good. Or are you talking to Jammy Dodger? That's the other one I had. Jammy Dodgers. This is just a shortbread with jam in the middle. Big in England. It's actually pretty good. They've got similar ones I've seen. Pepperidge Farms has the jam-filled ones, like apricot and strawberry. I've seen those. Knott's Berry Farm did one. They had a couple different flavors. So yeah, they're just shortbread cookies with the jam in the middle. But these are specifically from England. So they were pretty good. They're nice and buttery, soft. And the filling's good, so guess you could make your own. You can make your own, I guess, shortbread cookie and then just put jelly or jam on it. Kind of good though. I know they have a lot of ones that I've seen. I still got that cookie book. I should go through and look at some of those old recipes that I had. I had an old Betty Crocker cookbook for cookies, and this was like from the 50s or 60s. They had a lot of cool cookies in there. Never tried some of them, but yeah, it was actually pretty good. Pretty good cookie. Some of them were fun. They had the old classic cookies. Normally for holidays, I do like gingerbread and sugar cookies, sometimes chocolate chip. So yeah, I'll probably do that again this year. Find some gingerbread cookies. I got that one at a place called Cost Plus Imports, but you can get them on Amazon or some of the other ones. All right, Palm, have a good one. It's mostly from England, so not many places are going to have it here in the U.S. They have to import it. All right, have a good one. Thanks for dropping in for a little while. Yeah, you have to really go to an import store or get it from Amazon or get it from some of those. They have those snack boxes from other countries. So yeah, it was really tough. So I don't know. You have to look on Amazon or one of these other snack boxes. They do that. You get like a subscription and you get the so much snacks a month. You have to pay like a subscription to it. Or if you live in England, you can get it there pretty much all the time. But like I said, you could get the ones that are similar to it. Pepperidge Farms. They had one, Knott's Berry Farm. I think maybe some of the other ones. Shortbread with jam in the middle. I've seen a lot of different ones. So, but those are mostly because I got those because Doctor Who was into the Jelly Babies and the Jammy Dodgers, and I think there was a couple other things he had. And maybe one of these days I will try the one Doctor Who challenge. Maybe I'm going to work on that next. I don't know too many people that would go for that. That's what I'm gonna work on that. There was one episode of Doctor Who where he came up with fish fingers and custard. So it'd be like fish sticks and pudding. And you have to get some fish sticks and then dip them in custard or dip them in pudding, I guess. I don't think that would go really well, but that's part of the challenge. Could you eat fish sticks and pudding? And it was like, I think it was vanilla or banana, maybe. Or like a custard. Closest thing, or tapioca, maybe. I don't know. Most of the fish, well, they call them fish fingers, but most of those would not be that great. I like the regular fish and chips and that kind of thing, the big pieces. But I've seen the frozen kind, and they're not that good. You really need to get a well-known fish and chip shop, or one that does a good fish, not the the cheapo ones you used to get at school. It usually was like fish sticks and tartar sauce and French fries, and then whatever else. But they were not good either. They were like little tiny things, and they were terrible. So most of the time, yeah, if they had the lunch, then I wouldn't go on certain days. I wouldn't get lunch. Fish sticks or some of the other ones I didn't really care for. Mostly I liked hamburgers, spaghetti, sometimes the sandwiches were okay. Tacos. Sloppy Joes, maybe they had. I wished I would have been able to get a hold of an old school menu. I did have a bunch of old school papers and stuff, but long ago I threw them out. But I think that would have been cool to see an old menu from back in like the 70s. That would have been cool. And it probably, I think it was like, I want to say for school lunches back in the 70s, it was like maybe like 75 cents or $1 and a quarter. Some people would get reduced lunch, the people that were limited income. They would or they would prepay for so many things. They just put them on the book, and then they'd cross off when they got their dinner. And it was, school lunches were just the hot part, the cold part, and then it had like, you got like milk. Sometimes they gave you those juice boxes, like the slushy kind of juice boxes. But yeah, chocolate milk or regular milk. That was it. They didn't have soda or anything else. Now it's probably different, but yeah, milk, or sometimes, like I said, juice. Yeah, orange juice sometimes. That was a long time ago. I can't remember that long ago, but it's been a while. So yeah, the old school days. Now it's all different. I think the people had to wear hairnets too when you served the meals, even though they were already prepackaged. How long ago was that? Bring back some memories. It's all different now. I heard they actually do, some of them were like shipping in McDonald's and other places. Pizza Hut, maybe. Yeah, Salisbury steak, hamburgers, spaghetti. Real simple stuff. A couple times we had a food fight. That was messy. Yeah. A long time ago that I was in school. I'm just trying to remember all the old stuff that we used to have, but like I said, it's all different now. Another day I went by this school. It's totally changed from what I remember. So I live right by my high school, and everything is completely changed now. Doesn't look like anything like I remember it. All high tech and And from what I haven't actually gone to campus, but I think it is. I think it'd be different on campus, probably. Different, whole different looking, and buildings are probably different. Maybe one day I'll go go up and take a look. Maybe I'll do a walkthrough. Maybe, but when school is not in session, maybe like summertime, or uh, when it's out for like holidays or something. To walk through the campus and do like a little tour. That'd be kind of cool. But like I said, I if I did, it would be like, wow, when was that? Um, almost like 35 years. So since I've been up there. So yeah, it'd be kind of weird to go back there and kind of see what's changed and what's different about it. Yeah, I don't know. I think they've actually changed the buildings and changed the campus and stuff like that. Decorations. They put in some different things, I guess. Football field and parking lots and all that are all different. Be kind of a trip if I did go down there. Maybe like I said, maybe during like Christmas break, I'll go up there and walk around. See about how it is, because this is an open campus, so be very different, I'll tell you that. Be kind of cool. Like I said, it's been a long time. And some of the other ones, the other schools that I went to, they tore them down, so they're not there anymore. That's too bad. My grade school got torn down. They put up condos. My middle school's there. High school's still there. I think they actually have the junior colleges still up there that I went to. But then the other ones are all out of state, so I don't know. But it would be fun, kind of doing a revisit, years later. They had a class reunion a couple of years ago, but I didn't go to it. I think it was like 16. Yeah, I think they had one in 16. It was like a 30-year reunion. But they had it at some hotel, and they wanted like $75 to go to this reunion. I guess you had to pay the fee because they'd rented out like a ballroom, and everybody was there and kind of had a thing. I didn't want to go. Didn't like the people back in high school, so I didn't want to do I didn't want to pay $75 just to go hang out with a bunch of people I didn't care for. They did put some old pictures up and stuff. I just don't think it would have been very interesting for me, anyways. Maybe for other people, but yeah, kind of different. I don't. Not interested in reliving the old high school days. A lot of stuff in there that was not good. Lots of different stories. There was a lot of bad stuff that happened around my high school years, so yeah, wasn't the best time around here, anyways. So don't have many fond memories of high school. Maybe grade school and some of the other ones were different, but no. Maybe some people had a little better memories of their high school or their schools, stuff like that. And maybe the newer, younger people, it's different. But You know, us old fogies, you know, that went to school back a long time ago, all different. So some people were way into the studying and way into the extracurricular activities, the football, the all that stuff, school dances, whatever else. They didn't really have clubs and extracurricular things when I went, anyways. They didn't have like science club or whatever. I think they tried to start a D&D club, but that didn't work. And then of course, then the people were in the band and the football, and that was basically it. We didn't have science club or anything like that. Not much. So like I said, it was pretty boring. So, and I didn't go there very often. I went to class and I came home. I stayed off of campus, stayed out of that whole thing. It's different now, I guess, with all the computers and you know you're turning your assignments in and all that. And it's a whole different way of doing stuff. So, not from what I remember. Some parts were good, some parts were not so good. So yeah. So what else? Not a lot of stuff going on lately. I don't know. Hopefully you guys have been having a good weekend. I don't know if you guys are doing anything good, doing any interesting. I don't know what's on your guys' agendas. If you found any good stuff or things to watch or things to do. I don't know what the situation's like where you guys are at, but like I said, it's been pretty quiet here. Just been catching up on some of my recorded stuff, working on reviews. Like I said, I went to the store today, looked around to find out if I could find anything good. Really didn't find anything good. Did find some. I did find the. I picked up a 12-pack of that Pepsi with black cherry, and I picked up another. Oh man, sorry. Case of the Mountain Dew Voodoo before it's gone. And looking to see if they had some of the other ones. They didn't have them. I was looking for the new Bang flavor. They didn't have that. What else did they did? They didn't have hardly anything. So, yeah. And all the old all the noodles and stuff, man, they don't have hardly any of those anymore. The ones that I used to like, the ramen noodles, they had all different kind of flavors. Now it's like hardly any, because that's mostly what I would have for breakfast. They'd have ramen noodles, you know, like chicken ramen, beef, spicy beef, some of the other ones. Then they had the udon noodles, which were really good, but they don't have those much anymore. And now you're really being limited on what you get. It's a real basic one: chicken, beef, or shrimp, and that's about it. Some of these other unique flavors, chili and lime, and hot chicken, and all those other ones, they're not available. The stores are not getting their supplies of things, so you got to take what you get right now. They don't have a big variety. And it's not just that, it's all produce and canned goods and noodles and stuff. It's the supplies are not as abundant as they once were. So you got to stick with what you can find. And you can't count on everything to be there, so. And I know there's a lot of stuff supposed to be coming out. What did I see? Yeah, in 2022. Oh man. Oh, and I just saw a preview for a new movie coming out in March 2022. I didn't know they were working on it. It's a new Batman movie. I don't even know who they are, but Looked pretty cool. The preview of it's called The Batman. I don't know who's starring in it, but sounded interesting. And I know there's a couple of movies coming out in the next couple of days. Dune. I actually already saw that. Wasn't impressed. Halloween Kills is supposed to be out. There was a couple other ones that are coming out. I don't know if you guys saw the James Bond one. Saw that one. I was disappointed in that. There was a couple other ones that just recently came out, and I actually watched them. So a lot of different stuff out there. I'm waiting for the good stuff to start up too. Some of them aren't starting till November, so. But I'll keep my eyes out, see if there's something good to watch. If not, I'll go back and watch some of the old comedies, the old series. I was gonna actually get into watching some of these other ones. I was talking about them last night. The new one, I think it was like 2.5 hours. It's not as long as the other one was from the 80s. It didn't get into as much detail. I don't know. Yeah, it's the long version of the 80s one. I think it was like 4.5, 5 hours, something like that. They did a shortened version of 2 hours. But I don't know what the final count was. But yeah, you can watch it if you want. But yeah, kind of disappointed. One of those long, drawn-out movies where nothing much happens, and kind of get bored of it. It's a whole lot of walking through the desert, far as I can tell. Because the original one. Yeah, then there was one, Children of Dune, too. That's been a while. I liked the original one from the 80s, but then they did a remake of it later. But you can watch it if you want, but I don't know. I thought it was a little dull, anyway. And some of these ones have been like that for me. The superhero movies, I don't know, man. They just don't get going. Tried watching them, but yeah, I got very bored. I watched that one, The Last Duel. That one was boring too. I don't know. But then they got the other end of the spectrum. I watched that one, Fast 9. I think it was just called Fast and Furious 9 or F9. And that was like all action. So, the other end of the spectrum. If you want to watch an action-packed movie, watch that one. That'd be cool. Some of the other ones, yeah, big time. Action-packed, non-stop. James Bond was like that. The new James Bond movie. A lot of car chases and, things blowing up and all that. The whole movie. Non-stop action. But I have to go back and watch some of the other ones. And if you're into the horror flicks and all that stuff, there's a lot of those out right now. So you could watch those and oh yeah, what was it? Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Yes, there's a couple other ones. I like the one, that old Eddie Murphy. My mom was like Clint Eastwood with her heels. Why'd you eat the ice cream off the floor? I didn't eat no. She'd hit him with the shoe. And she had to pump it to be a boomerang action. I like the original ones. Clint Eastwood, the Dirty Harry, what was it? All those different movies. Gauntlet, Dirty Harry, Magnum Force. The couple, all the other ones like more like Deadpool. Uh, yeah, a bunch of the other ones. Fistful of Dollars. I think that was another Western one. But yeah, all the old Dirty Harry films were fun. Been a while. I was gonna watch the other one today. I just couldn't get into it. Any which way you can, or Every Which Way But Loose. One of those was on. The monkey. Right turn, Clyde. Classic. Yeah, a lot of different stuff. Sometimes you could just watch it, pass the time. I was watching some stuff right before I came on. I was just watching it just to kill time. Yeah, he was. There was a couple of them that had people from some of those other shows that were in there. The one guy, that played the villain from there, I saw him in a couple other like 70s shows. One guy that played Gul Dukat, I think that was. I saw him in a bunch of other like 70s shows, like Quincy and Emergency and some of those other ones. I think I saw him in one of them. And he was a bad guy in there too. So it's funny to see him, and then you like recognize him. You see the name, and then it's like, oh, wait a minute, that's that guy from. Yeah, you just go, wait a minute, that's a guy from Deep Space Nine or one of those other shows, but old time ones. And like Dune had Patrick Stewart, a couple other people too. Back before they were really, famous and stuff. Those were fun. Back in the old days, like the 70s and stuff, they had a lot of the actors, and they kind of made the rounds of all the different shows, like $6 Million Man. Yeah. Incredible Hulk, things like that. Yeah, he was in Excalibur. He was in a couple other ones too. I'm trying to remember. Dude, he was, he had those. He had a couple series that were kind of funny. Blunt Talk, I remember that. That didn't last too long. Yeah, a few other ones that he was in. Excalibur is one of my favorite films too. Around the same time. Yeah, you'd be surprised a lot of these things that. And the other thing that was funny was if you watch Better Call Saul or Breaking Bad, the one guy that plays Mike, he was in a lot of movies. And he had hair before he went to the bald look. Saw him in a lot of them. Sitcoms, shows. Yeah, usually he played like a hood, or he played like something else. Beverly Hills Cop he was in. Forgot about that one. I think he was in he's in another one too, like a action film too. So watching a couple of the ones. Yeah, you gotta find things to occupy your time. Something, go back. I might have to go back and watch some of those other ones. Let's talk about that Semi-Pro, Night at the Roxbury, all those old comedies. A lot of stuff. The other thing is a lot of these British shows, same actors from the British shows, because there's only so many of them out there, and they kind of um, rotate the parts. They're in a lot of different stuff. And I remember back in the old days, some of these other shows, the people would play different characters on the series. El Camino was okay. It kind of wrapped up a little bit and let you kind of know what happened to him afterwards. It was pretty good. I'm waiting to see what's going to happen with the end of Better Call Saul. I'm not sure when that's coming out. Probably not till next year. But it looks like it should be good. And I watched that. Oh yeah, I watched The Sopranos, The Many Saints of New York. That was actually not too bad. They kind of tied that in pretty good. And I'd like to see them do another one, but I don't think they are. A lot of different stuff that they're still working on. So ideas and things. Yeah, everything got pushed way off once everything. They halted production, they halted filming, they halted you know, a lot of the movies and stuff that they had. They wanted to go ahead with them, but they pushed the filming back. They pushed the development. Some of them actually were going to be coming out. They canceled the whole series or whatever, which was kind of sad. But I think they're back on track as far as filming and as far as getting stuff out. Now they just got to get it done. So, but yeah, it did mess everything up. Yeah, and then they had the remake from like 2000, was it like 2015 or 16 or whatever? They had the original people in it. Yeah, they had two miniseries, V and V: The Final Battle. Then they redid it, the V, and just when it started getting good, they canceled it. So, yeah. And when they canceled it, they really canceled it. They made sure that show would not do anything. They killed all the people off, you know. So, yeah. Guess they figured, hey, you know, this show is canceled and it's going to be canceled. So we'll kill everybody off. Blow them all up, kill them all off. I did like the first time. That was a good show. Special effects were cool. I mean, limited for the 80s, but then the same with like Buck Rogers and some of the other shows that they had back then. Sequest DSV. Sort of the state-of-the-art Knight Rider, all those other special effects. Automan. That was funny. Mantis. What was the other one? They had a whole bunch. I wish they would bring, you know, I can't find it anymore, but Street Hawk, that was a cool one. Yeah, I think I kind of sort of remember that. They redid it too. They redid a reboot of Red Dawn a couple years back. It's been a little while. Some of those old ones, they had ideas for them, but they usually flopped. They had a Logan's Run series for a real brief time. They even had some other ones that yeah, didn't take off. and some of them were really bad. Only made 1 or 2 episodes. Cop Rock. Forgot about that one. And well, you should. No one wanted to watch Cop Rock. Hey, Sonny. Yeah, that was a bad idea. They did one a little while ago that surprisingly took off. It was on for I think like 2 seasons or maybe 3. It was called Gallivant. It was like a musical fantasy kind of, the Knights of the Round Table kind of thing. It was stupid too. It's a musical comedy fantasy thing. It was dumb. But it oh yeah, Viper, I remember that. The car. They rebooted Knight Rider 2. That only lasted 1 season. Viper, and they had another one, Team Knight Rider 2. That didn't last very long. Of course, then there was Baywatch and Baywatch Nights and a few other, Baywatch Hawaii. I remember Viper. Stingray, they had another one, Stingray. They never watched that one. But yeah, they were big on the car thing. Some of them I wish they would bring them back, but yeah, they probably won't. Good ideas, but and then they made a Knight Rider. They made a couple of Knight Rider movies too. Knight Rider 2000. Then they made one Knight Rider 3000. Yeah, they weren't that great. Then they did a spin-off. I actually watched it. It was really boring. It was, yeah, it was really boring. It was a spin-off of Knight Rider, and it wasn't called Knight Rider. It was something else. It didn't really have a car. It was like he was in it, and he was trying to prove his, yeah. I remember some of those. Some of those old ones that were kind of dumb. Riptide, Hardcastle and McCormick, Simon and Simon. Was a bunch of ones like that. A-Team. Trying to remember, there was a lot. All kind of came out at once. But I remember NBC was like big on all those old kind of futuristic shows, superhero shows. They all flopped. Then Fox started getting into the game. Misfits of Science, My Secret Identity. Oh boy. Yeah, Riptide had the helicopter. Hardcastle McCormick had the one car. There's Simon and Simon were the two brothers. Magnum PI. Then they did the two of them, the Airwolf and Blue Thunder, both had helicopters. Didn't last long. Airwolf was big for a while. That was like the show to watch all the time. Anything that had a catchy theme song to it. You know, opening and theme song and all that. I forgot about a lot of them though. The one that I can't find, I'd like to get, I haven't been able to find is one from, it was only like 1 season. It was called Whiz Kids. It was like back in the 80s when it's kind of like war games, and the kids, you know, they had the computer system, and they were kind of like detectives. And it didn't last too long. I don't think it was very popular. Got canceled. Can't find that to watch that though. A couple other Um, shows like that. I'm trying to watch some of the old ones. Man from Atlantis, that was another one. Gemini Man, that was a weird. I recently watched some old ones that I had not watched for a long time. I remember one, it was back from, I think it was like 80 or 82. It was called The Girl, the Gold Watch, and Everything. And then they did a sequel called The Girl, the Gold Watch, and Dynamite. And it was about a guy that had a watch and it could stop time. He was able to do things like that, start time up again. Very strange. That was like a one-time, like a movie of the week, I guess. I remember they used to have all the old detective shows too. Columbo, Cannon, what's up, Macmillan and Wife, Ironside. What was that other one? There was a bunch of them all at one time. Oh boy, I was trying to think of these the other day. They used to have the detective movies. McCloud, Barnaby Jones, Murder, She Wrote, all that. Kojak. Oh, sounds familiar. I know there was another one that was another guy that shot himself in the head, but it wasn't Explorers. It was a model show. Can't remember the name of that. It's John Eric Hexum that shot himself. He had a blank, and it wasn't really a blank, and he ended up shooting himself in the head. It was like Models Inc. or something like that. Kind of remember something about that. Yeah, they had a couple of those. And they used to have, Falcon Crest, Dynasty, all those soap operas. Remington Steele, remember that? Oh, too. Yeah, they used to have a lot of those old ones. What was the other one? Moonlighting, the one with Bruce Willis. Forgot about that. Been a long time since I watched that one. Vegas, that was the other one. Dan Tana. Vegas and Rockford Files. That was another one. I don't see those too much anymore. They don't put the reruns on any of them. What are the ones I've been watching? Barney Miller, Late Night. But those weren't like the serious detective shows, so. But it seems like, they had all cop shows and detective shows. Rookies, SWAT. 21 Jump Street, but that was later. Police Woman, Beretta. Robert Urich. I believe that was who it was. Then it had a couple other people in it too, and it had that one blonde girl. She was like the dizzy blonde. And that had Pamela Hemsley too. Forgot about her. From Buck Rogers. She was in that one too. Judy Landers, I think, was the other. She was like the ditzy secretary. And I had the other one. I just remember he had the garage, and he pulled into the living room was his garage. That's occasionally on. They got this one channel here called Decades, and once a week they put some of the older shows on from the different decades. So they'll do like a marathon. Yeah. Well, I think he had a brain cancer or something. He was on that other, the one that I still can't find. He was on the second Love Boat. They had one called Love Boat: The Next Wave. That didn't last long. But yeah, all the old shows. Some of them were, well known. Some of them didn't last long. But they had a lot of different stuff. They had a lot of different series, and they pitched them, and some of them just never took off. Right, so I remember seeing a lot of them. Wish they would try to bring them back or put them back on again. Some of them are on certain channels and certain things, but some of them, yeah, they just don't do reruns anymore. They used to big time, like 8 is Enough. Some of these other shows. The one I haven't seen, and they used to have it like on some of these other stations, was the old one, The Wonder Years, and yeah, the plane. 8 is Enough, Wonder Years. Is that Charles in Charge? Some of this other ones. They used to have them on the off channels, cable channels. And Fantasy Island, Love Boat, Tales of the Gold Monkey. I remember that one. Forgot about that. Jake Cutter. I think that was his name. Yeah. Some of them I just totally forgot about them. Apparently there is a new Fantasy Island series on. I don't know if it's still on. I think I saw it the other day. Yeah, well, yeah. A lot of people hate Scott Baio, including all the co-stars. And Joni didn't really love Chachi. I don't think she liked Chachi. Yeah. But apparently, according to the show, she did. But I don't think so. She, yeah. And they weren't really happy days either. Yeah, no. Joni didn't love Chachi. Sorry, a lot of that stuff, a lot of these shows where the people were supposed to be happy. A lot of people said they hated working with them. Lucy, they said they couldn't stand Fred. No one liked him. Church of the Fonz, yeah. Forgot about that. Laverne and Shirley. been a while since they did that. Old time, man. Been a long time since I watched those. They used to be on like all the time when I was young. Like big time, man. Used to watch them all the time. Yeah, that didn't work out too good. And then, well, a couple of other people too. Yeah, a lot of things came out about a lot of people from the old shows and stuff. Then, and a lot of them got swept under the rug. That one guy from the PBS, he got accused of stuff too, and that kind of went away. He settled out of court, and then they won't show his shows anymore. Same with I don't think they do the Seventh Heaven anymore, and I don't think they're doing Full House anymore. Ever since that girl got in trouble. And then she had a thing on, I think it was Lifetime, the mystery series. They pulled that. So yeah, when these people get in trouble, man, shows go away. So, no, the one guy from PBS was the Frugal Gourmet. He got accused of doing things while he was a pastor or whatever, and then they took his show off. They won't show it anymore. But yeah, there's a lot of people, yeah, that got in trouble and they just disappear. They don't show them anymore. Or anything that comes out, scandals. The surprising one was that guy from Food Network. God, what is his name? The one guy that did Dinner Impossible. I can't think of his name right now. And it came out that he faked his resume. He really didn't cook for presidents and senators and all that. And then they replaced him with somebody else. And then a little while later, he came back. They took him off the show. They put someone else, and then they said, "Oh, okay. Well, I guess enough time is blown over." Dinner Impossible. All buffed out. Can't think of his name right now. But that was like a big thing. In he had faked his whole resume and all that. Things come out about these people, Some of them are ridiculous. 30 years ago, they said something that, people didn't like, and then they pulled their show. Oh, it was that guy, Anthony Bourdain. I think that was who did it. Yeah. A little while ago. A few years now. He did Anthony Bourdain. I don't forget the name of his show, but yeah. Then a lot of these ones, yeah, they just disappeared. Paula Deen went away. Came out about her attitude, I guess. Bunches, yeah, things like that. They get covered up. Well, sometimes that happens. Look at Robin Williams, same thing. He seemed to be a cool guy, and then all of a sudden, things happen, and they, but you never know. You don't know what they think. You don't know what's going on in their life that leads them to that path. Yeah, well, she went to jail too. Yeah, some of them, give them enough time, they'll kind of recover from it. But some of them, when it's not terrible what they did, they can kind of come back from it. But given enough time, it'll blow over. But some of the ones that were really bad, it's like, no, no coming back from that. And they just disappear. So we'll see. They used to have a lot of good shows on Food Network. And some of them now lately been kind of not very good. Used to like to watch all those old Iron Chef and Chopped and some of those other competition shows. Not as good anymore. When it first started, they had some good shows. They had some good series. Now I can't even watch it anymore. Most of the shows are dumb. All kind of cookie cutters and the same stuff over and over again. Not as good. But I liked it when it very first started out, People just went on there and they cooked. They didn't have a hook. They didn't have a formula. They didn't have to have a theme to it. They didn't have to have a whole catchphrase and everything. Now they got it all set up that, you have to have your catchphrase. You have to have your timing down. You have to have a theme for your show. You have to have merchandising. You have to have, the whole thing all polished. Yeah. And yeah, they put the laugh tracks and stuff like that in. I remember I actually went to a taping of a sitcom back in like 82 or whatever. It's down in Hollywood, and we were outside of the theater. The Grauman's Chinese Theater or whatever, with the footprints and stuff, and they had someone was saying, "Hey, we need people for a studio audience. Come with us. We'll take you down, and we'll let you watch a show. Be part of the studio audience." And we thought, "Hey, that's cool." They said, "Just get in the bus. We'll take you down there. We'll let you watch this taping, and then we'll bring you back." And we thought, "Well, hey, this will be cool. A little bit of time." That thing took so long because, first of all, it took like about half hour, 45 minutes to get to the studio in the bus. Then they put you in this in the the seating, and once you're in there, and then of course everybody kept having to go to the bathroom. And then they started the taping, and the half hour sitcom took about 4 or 5 hours to tape, and they did it twice. So yeah, a simple sitcom turned into like about a 6-hour trip. So it wasn't just, and they didn't really give us anything. They didn't pay us any money. They didn't give us any merch. We were just part of the audience, and it was just there to laugh, I guess. And it was a long time because they kept having to stop and start over, and yeah, so for about 6 hours to get a half-hour show. And then they brought us back, and it was like, okay, we were there at like noontime, and then by the time they brought us back, it was like 7 o'clock at night. So, yeah, kind of a wasted day. Got to see how they taped it, but it was pretty boring. You couldn't go anywhere. And the worst part is you're in the studio and you can't leave until they take you out. So you're captive audience. Like they said, this show was filmed live before a captive audience. Yeah. And one time I actually went to, the same time we were there, went to Universal Studios. And it was like a real quick trip and barely, we're there for like the day and that was it. Didn't get to see much about it. And then they had to leave. Something about we had to get back. But I don't know. They used to do that all the time. They want the people to come and go do that. Yeah, that happens sometimes. I remember way back when you'd go to like the malls, they had those research companies that were like inside the mall, and they would come around with a clipboard and they say, "Hey, can would you like to come in and do a survey on something?" And sometimes they'd pay you like a couple bucks. We need your opinion about this, or we want you to taste something. And it'd be in the mall, yeah. They don't have those much anymore. They do have survey companies. I know about that. They still have a few, at least around my area. Now, I don't know everybody's area. One time I remember, oh man, this was funny. Long time ago, probably this had to have been the early 80s. Somehow, I don't know how this happened, but I got contacted by the Nielsen company. They sent me a booklet, and you had to mark down all the stuff you watched in I think it was like a week long. You had to send it in. You had to write down what you watched, when you watched it, and back then, if you taped things, you had to write that you taped it. You had to watch, what channel you watched, what show you watched, how long you watched it. Keep track of it for, I believe it was like a week, and you turned it and you sent it in to them, and they sent me back $1. $1 bill. $1 bill in the mail for payment for keeping track of my TV watching skills for like a week. Wow. $1. Here you go, Mortimer. $1. Thank you. Yeah. Actually, I think they still have I think there's an app from the Nielsen people that you could keep track of it. Something about you keep track of it online and you put your stuff in there. I guess it tracks what you watch. And you get points, and then you get so many points and you can convert them into like Amazon cards or whatever. Yeah, it was all that for $1. Yeah. And they actually sent the $1. It wasn't a check. It wasn't, whatever. It was $1 bill. It's like, God. But there for a while, they actually did. They hooked up boxes to your TV and they monitored your watching. Somehow Nielsen actually hooked up equipment that monitored what you watched. I guess it kept track of your signal and whatever you were watching. They don't do that much anymore, but back then they did. It's funny though. A whole lot of detail for nothing. Yeah. I don't think I'd do that now. But that was back in the day before, computer and internet and all that stuff. You had to manually keep track of it yourself. keep a diary. Been a while. Now that you got to keep track of some of these other stuff, sometimes you got to report everything you do. Keep a diary. So, a lot of work though. There was one app that I think did that too. I think it kept track of your browsing somehow. I remember when the internet first started out, they had a one of the browser pages. It was called Bing, and you would go in there, and it would track where you browsed and what you did on the search, and gave you points for each search you did. And then if you got so many searches, you could so many points you could cash it in for like $1, a couple thousand searches. Really? That's just gross. That's just gross. Mutant skateboard, I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't be advertising that, I'll tell you. Yeah, well, anything for, I guess, to sell the product, but yeah. Reminds me of that one from Curb Your Enthusiasm. They bought the guy bought the nail that was from the cross of Christ or whatever, and you could have the official nail that was used in the cross or something. I don't know, it was stupid. I don't know. This is strange, but yeah, why would you advertise that? That's kind of creepy. Well, I don't know. What was it? Remember when? Yeah. Remember when Angelina Jolie was married? And her and Billy Bob Thornton, and she kept his blood around her neck in a container. That was weird. And I never understood that. But I guess some people, yeah, they get into weird stuff. I don't understand the appeal of it, but I don't know. I know they did that with the last couple times I heard when they went on some of those space missions. Scotty and Leonard Nimoy, they had their ashes on the rockets and stuff that went up. So their ashes went up into space. Sounds kind of cool. But yeah, I don't know about that sweat and blood and stuff in these colognes, and that's weird. Are they selling people's bath water? Yeah. Strange. So, yeah, they got a lot of weird weird ideas and stuff out there. It sounds like what you would find on wish.com. Strange, crazy things. You find some really weird out of the items and stuff that are like dumb. Some of them are like dangerous too. Like they had a cell phone case that had like a gun handle, and you put it in your back pocket. Yeah, that's the way to go. Not real smart. Get blown away. But hey, that's cool. You can get a cell phone with a gun handle. Oh yeah. I don't think so. No, not half-eaten pizza. Petrified cookie, or who knows. Nah, that's just not that's not right, but yeah, we'll be cashing on stuff. I know they did that whole thing with like the Elvis scarves and stuff like that that people had received. It's worth big bucks. What did they? I think I saw something about somebody's used tissue that they were auctioning off their used tissue. That's gross. It was okay. Hell's Kitchen was okay. After a little while, though, I kind of got tired of it. Same stuff over and over again. Gordon Ramsay got a little bit too much to take, and always yelling. Back in the old days when they had the what was that one? True TV used to have a lot of those reality shows and stuff, and those got a little bit overboard. People were always fighting and arguing, and crazy stuff went on. They did it just for the ratings. And then I remember watching the Hell's Kitchen. All it was bleep. He's bleeping all the time, yelling at people. They did that with the Osbournes. They were just bleeping everything they said. Yeah. You bloody donkey. Can't do it. You can't cook it right. Oy, this is the worst excuse for restaurant I've ever seen in my life. Then they would stage the walkout, and then they'd come back and have a big fight. It was all done for TV. So, they had all that TV drama, I guess. I used to watch that other one, Pawn Stars, and Hardcore Pawn. They were kind of like that. All those reality shows, they were done for the drama. They were done for the camera. Always fighting. Yeah. Those got a little old after a little while. I couldn't watch them. And some of those other stories were just the same drama over and over again. There for a while, the True TV was on, and then they pulled all the True TV series. Lizard Lick Towing, Operation Repo, a bunch of other weird ones. Dog the Bounty Hunter and all that. Did you hear that he's tracking that guy from Florida? I don't know. I guess he said he has a handle on him. The guy that they still can't catch. He's on the run for that girlfriend. Oh, he said he's tracked him into the wilderness in Florida, I guess. Haven't heard much else about that, but yeah, he was a big thing. He was able to catch the fugitives, but they said he has a handle on them, or he knows what's going on with them. We'll find out. I don't think they're ever going to find that guy. I think for this one thing he kind of did. I think he said he thinks he knows where the guy is, or he's trying to track him. But I guess he's doing it as a trying to help out. I don't know. Haven't heard much about it, but yeah, there for a while. Yeah, he was like a big time thing, and then they kind of went away, and then they didn't have the show on anymore, and then I don't think he'll do shows again anymore. But I know there for a while, man, he was like big time. Every time, a dog. I used to watch that show all the time too. But then it started getting he started getting too preachy and, all religious and all that. And then I just kind of, okay. He's wanted to teach you a lesson and, lecture you on everything. And yeah. Then he got into hot water too about some of the things that he said. He spoke out on a couple of things, some telephone recording I think he had, and used some choice words that weren't appreciated, and yeah, he kind of got in a little bit of hot water, and they kind of, took him off of the spotlight. Sometimes the people, they say the wrong thing and they have a blow up. A bunch of people did that. Phone conversations and answering machine messages that they had, conversations with their relatives and stuff. Saying the wrong things, look at, Mel Gibson and a couple other people too. They get carried away. Some of it's blown way out of proportion, like I said. When they're going back, 30 years ago to something someone said, that's a little much, If someone said a word 30 years ago, I wouldn't do very good, and I'd have to worry about all the copyrights and all that stuff. So I don't think it would do good. Yeah, some people are more into that, but I would just worry about, movie strikes and whatnot. So I watch them, but not that big on reviewing them, anyways. Tazzy and Ziggy at the movies. That would be fun. 2 paws up. There you go. Yeah. How long ago was that? That's not been on for a long time. Siskel and Ebert at the movies. Never used to do that. Yeah. Well, whatever. Yeah, I try to keep away from all that, stuff that can get in cover. No music, no taking other things from other people. I don't want to have other people's words and stuff like that. I stick to my own stuff. So no problems, no drama, no lawsuits, no infringements, anything like that. I stay away from the whole thing. I said, keep it low key, you know, mellow, quiet. I don't want to bother anybody. I just keep to myself, do my own thing, and you guys want to come in and watch it, that's cool. You know, if not, you can, you know, go other places. They got a lot of other things you guys can watch. Like I said, I just kind of come in here and chat for a little while, see what's going on with you guys. And I know it's awful late. Some people aren't up this late, and not always things to talk about. And I kind of find time to talk about stuff, I guess. So, and then later this week, let's see, I'm trying to think. Be back on Monday. Later this week, I got still working on some reviews. I'm working on getting stuff done. And I gotta go try some new things. Okay. All right. See ya. Yeah, I'm thinking about wrapping it up anyways. It's been about 2 hours, so it's about time to head to bed for the night. Yeah, it's been a fairly quiet night. Not too many people up. I guess, you know, Saturday night, Sunday nights, kind of not a lot going on. So that's cool. I'll be back Monday and we'll figure out some more stuff. And yeah, maybe I'll have some other items to review, some new stuff. But stay tuned. I still have a lot of reviews coming out daily. You'll catch them. A few other things I still got to do, new stuff. But yeah, I'll get to them eventually. So thank you guys for hanging out. Hope you have a good weekend, and everybody, you know, stay inside, stay safe, and hope you get your stuff done, and you know, find something good to watch or something good to do. And I appreciate you guys coming by. And yeah, so until next time, I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna get some sleep, and I'll be back Monday. And so take a look then, and we'll see you then. So good night, everyone. Have a good one, and I will see you soon. Take care.